Hey, Daniel Hall here, and in today's video I have something very special for you. How to use QR codes to make money, right? How to actually use the new power of QR codes to profit in everyday business. And the really cool thing is this works great passively. You set it, you forget it, and you get to benefit from it. Let's jump in right now. Now, I wanted to let you know that this video is sponsored by danielhallwebinars.com/free bonus, where, notice I'm using a QR code, you get these great free resources. We'll talk a little bit about that a little later on. Now, let's jump into what are QR codes. Well, essentially, they are these kind of squiggly, funny looking squares that you see here that are actually called quick response codes. They were developed first in Japan for the automotive industry way back in 1994, and they're machine readable. In other words, you could point your phone or your tablet at it and it will read a link. It will actually click over to a link. Now, the great thing about this is it will allow you to bring people, that is your prospects, the core demographic that you serve, from the real world into your digital world, into your sales funnels online, in other words. Now, what's great about this is that with QR codes, you can generate clicks, you can generate leads, you can generate sales, all from the real world, the offline world, into your online world. It's a great way to do exactly that. Now, of course, as I said, these things have been around since way before the pandemic, but they were somewhat obscure. But during the pandemic, and because we were all using QR codes, for example, at restaurants to read menus and so forth, they've become ubiquitous. And because they've become so ubiquitous and now people understand what they are and how to use them, they are so much more powerful as a marketing vehicle. As a matter of fact, big major brands like Nike are now using them. For example, Nike recently put out this little commercial here on the Nike 50th anniversary, a little video actually directed by Spike Lee, and look what they dropped in here. A really interesting little Easter egg, right? The little QR code. I'm going to leave a link to this video in the description below, but I suggest you go check it out. Go actually click on it, and maybe it's something, you know, there might be some Easter egg there, hint, hint, okay? And the really cool thing about this is that you can generate massive traffic and passive traffic, for that matter, from smartphones and tablets all over the world, because again, your phone can easily read them and send people from your phone directly to any responsive site. As a matter of fact, way back in 2017, Apple built into their phone, and then Android quickly followed thereafter, where all you got to do is point your phone camera directly at a QR code, and it automatically reads it. Okay, it automatically reads. You don't have to do anything special. That's really, really powerful, and it's even more powerful, of course, if you are sending folks from their smartphone to a mobile responsive site. So what do I mean by that? Well, a mobile responsive site is essentially a place where when somebody clicks over, they scan with their phone or their tablet over to a website or a PDF, or really anywhere you want to send them. We'll talk a little bit about that in just a second. Essentially, it auto corrects or responds to the size of the screen that your viewer is actually on. So it doesn't look all wonky and big or too small or whatever. It looks right for whatever size phone or device that your viewer or your reader is on. That's what makes it responsive, and you want it to be responsive. And the cool thing here is that if you have a WordPress blog, you could actually get many free responsive themes. Okay, all you got to do is search for them within the WordPress site directory just make sure, my point here is to make sure wherever you are sending folks from a QR code that it is in fact responsive, because in almost 99% of the cases, they're going to be using some sort of smartphone or tablet to get to wherever you're sending them through a QR code, okay? Now, where are some QR code destinations? Well, you could send folks directly to a website, a URL. You could send them and actually open up an email, or even a direct message, say in Facebook Messenger even, or you could actually have people call. There's QR links that will actually open up a telephone and have you call directly through your phone. Or you could send folks to download your V card, right, so that they have your contact information, or send them to a value added resource like a PDF, or even to go download an app. Essentially anywhere that you could send people, right, online, you could do it through a QR code. That's very, very powerful, especially now, as I say, that people understand how to use QR codes, right? So how do you profit with QR codes? Well, pretty simple. You're going to send folks from offline to your online offers. And this works best if it is a free offer that you could use as a lead generation tool. And once they are on your email list or your text message list, whatever, you could follow up with them with an autoresponder and build a relationship with them, continue to serve them and add value to their lives. And eventually, yes, you can go and make an offer, and some folks are going to take you up on that offer. This, like everything else in business, is a numbers game. But the great thing about using QR codes in this way is that they could be put out there passively, and I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. And leads can just flow in freely, day in, day out, without you doing anything extra, right? And I'll show you that. For example, if you are an author, I have a lot of authors that follow me. Well, you could use a simple little offer within your book and put a QR code directly in your print-on-demand book to some of your offers, to a lead generation, to a PDF that somebody can go download, or whatever. Or you could simply just add value with this. If you wanted somebody to watch a video that may be related to your text. Again, this is another way people can, that you could add value to people's lives by simply using QR codes in this way. The other thing that you could do is you could use a QR code on the back of a business card. So not only are you giving somebody a business card with your contact information, but you can, on the other side of it, you can make an offer of some kind if they just scan their phone on your card, right? Super, super powerful. Here's another idea that I use. As I say, I serve the author community and self-publisher community, so I have this little free resource on my Amazon Author Central page. You can see it right down here. Get free book marketing tutorials, and there's a QR code. Scan it. It's going to take you to some book marketing tutorials. Simple as that. Or here's another passive use of it. You can use it in video watermarks. So if you put out any kind of video content like I'm making right here, you can have a little watermark that says, hey, scan me, and people they'll actually scan this. And in fact, one of the great things about this, and I use this in my Roku and my Amazon Fire TV channels, like I have it here in my Stock Market Investing News. I have another channel. So my Stock Market Investing News is a free channel that people can go and download. But I have a paid channel called the Stock Market Trading Channel, and people can go and get a free trial subscription to that sort of paid service. And people do this with great regularity, again, passively. Once it's set up, it just happens. It just works. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing once you put it into practice. Just to kind of give you an idea, I did a test here on 24 hours with that very one that I just showed you there. And this, in 24 hours, we had 9 clicks, and one of those 9 clicks actually turned into one sale for $200. Now, it doesn't happen like this every day, but it happens a whole lot. And once it's set up, it's a set it and forget it kind of thing. All right. So you can continue to make money passively because you set up one of these passive money machines like this, right? That's what I'm teaching you how to do. That's what I hope you're getting some great value from here in today's training. Now, how do you go about making these QR codes? Let's step you through the process. Step one, determine where you want to send people and ensure that wherever you're sending them, it's mobile friendly. Step two, you want to drop that link into some sort of a QR code maker. I'm going to have suggestions for you on the next slide. And then step three, you're going to take that PNG file, that QR code maker will actually create that squiggly little rectangle or is that squiggly little square looking thing. Well, that PNG file that it makes, you're going to then take that and insert it wherever you want that QR code displayed. If it's your book, if it's on your video, if it's on your Amazon Author Central page, wherever it is, you will have it there for people ready to use, right? Now, here's a list. I'm going to put the links in the description below. Now, I don't love the free sort of services like this. They work fine. I'm not saying that you shouldn't use them, but I am saying that I don't really like to use stuff that I don't personally control. And I don't control any of these. I mean, these sites could go bankrupt. They can go out. They could not like something that I'm doing and potentially end my account, right? And I don't want that, obviously. So what I suggest, if you have a little bit of money to invest and you have a WordPress site, is to get what's called Pretty Links Pro. It is a WordPress plugin, and for about $100, you can get the Pro version. And I'm not an affiliate, so there's no extra remuneration here for me. I don't make anything for you going to do this, but I myself use it, and that's one of the reasons why I recommend it. But the great thing about the Pretty Links Pro is it will make a QR code using your URL, right? So like danielhallwebinars.com/free bonus, that QR code that you saw there, and you're going to see again here in just a second, I control that, right? I use Pretty Links Pro to make that. Now, the great thing about this, as I alluded to earlier, is you control it, right? You control how it is used. And you're not going to, as long as you know that you are paying your hosting, you know that somebody's not going to yank your account and break all of your QR codes because obviously you don't want that. That's one of the reasons why I like Pretty Links Pro a whole lot. It also gives you a lot of other advantages like link tracking, how many link clicks you're getting, whether they're unique or where they're clicking from, etc. Lots of great details that you get in addition to the QR codes when you get Pretty Links Pro. Now, I wanted to let you know that this video is in fact sponsored by danielhallwebinars.com/free bonus, and you see this QR code right here. So that was made once again with Pretty Links Pro. And by the way, I encourage you to head on over to danielhallwebinars.com/free bonus or scan this code with your phone or tablet so you can get these great free resources. For example, the self-publishing your first book resource list, how to make a TV channel. I alluded to the fact that I have several TV channels streaming TV channels on Roku and Amazon Fire. This book actually takes you through step by step exactly how you could do it too. Okay, this is a best-selling book, by the way, on Amazon. You get when you subscribe to my list, and of course, As a Man Thinketh, a great book on how to get your mindset right. Because listen, if your mind is off, right? If you're not thinking in the right way, if you're not thinking with an abundance mindset, you're thinking more from a scarcity mindset, which is real easy to do in these days, right? Then it doesn't matter what you do, you're always going to be spinning your wheels and frustrated. We don't want that. So get your mind right. Read As a Man Thinketh, which you also get with this great offer. So danielhallwebinars.com/free bonus. Now listen, I endeavor to be a blessing to you. Whether you buy something from me or not, I want you to get value from our time together, our relationship together. And this is in fact what I try to teach you by and through example. I try to be a blessing to you, so you go out and be the blessing to the community and demographic that you serve. Go out and be the blessing.